for us, that's how we think about it. So, like we don't want, I drive a 10-year-old car and that's fine. Gets me A to B. Love that. And like for me, my aunt died last week and I couldn't go to the funeral because I had to fly and travel for work. And that's like, that removing that from my life or like my
time. For me, it's time independence. For you, it sounds like it's a little bit time independence too.
Yeah, you just want to be able to do what you want to do. I mean,
not even true financial, like financial independence in that your bills are covered, but the more important thing is the time. For me, it sounds like that reference, like being able to just dip and go away for a week to spend time with your family whenever there's a death in the family. It's an important thing.
Yeah,
and if you're stuck working.
Yeah, I mean, look, and that job gives us healthcare. So there's a lot of things going on. Like, could I have said, "Hey, I want to take off"? Yeah, I could have. But there's all these subtle things in the employment thing. There's no like formal retaliation, but there's minor retaliation for stuff like that. So, and
sure, John, I'll cover your TPS reports while you're gone.
Yeah, something like that, anyway. But yeah, I mean, like right now, we basically have more work because of what we're doing. Like, very candidly, we have more work overall, right? But we're building something. And that's super motivating. The motivation aspect is, I think, also really critical to discuss.
It's a whole other topic of why I think, even if it's not like a passion, I think in some way...
No, I'm not passionate about it at all.
Real estate has provided, like... I always talk about how when you're growing up in high school or college or whatever, there's always like a goal. Right, so you're given a predetermined goal. In high school, it's graduate.
Like graduate, get done.
Graduate. Yeah. Once you graduate from college, it's find a job. Then once you find a job, it's like, ooh, what's this job? What am I working towards? Yeah. And it's like, it's hard when you leave to find that thing. And I think a lot of people, they find it through their job. So some people get a job and then it becomes official through that. I think that's maybe a smaller percentage of the population than people will tell you at parties. But for me, that's kind of been what real estate feels. It's almost like, it creates something for you to work on. And I think one of the tenets of happiness that people talk about is like finding an expertise and working on it. And, sort of, and even if it's not an expertise, it's something you build it. It's something you're working toward, which is always whenever I think a lot of people that are drawn towards real estate, most of those people are people who find purpose and value in building something for themselves, whether it's a life or a business.
That's a good point. For me, when I started my career, I was like, I'm going to be that hardworking SOB that's going to put in, I'm just going to make sure I can make as much money as quickly as I can. Yeah. And now, as I've gotten a little older, I actually don't want to be dependent on my job. And I actually looked forward. I saw people that did that for a long time. And they're super fragile at their job. At a big company, that job, you become a spreadsheet exercise. Unless you're a salesperson, like you're very quantifiable in terms of your value.
And even then, you get fired when you do too well.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't experienced that.
I had a few sales jobs, and I saw a lot of people who were doing really well in the company. They would gain new accounts, and then they would get fired because they had too much business and the company was paying too much commission. And then they'd just bring in somebody new to service as accounts. That person down their feed cycle. Yeah. You become too expensive for the company. That's too good.
Yeah. So that was a lot of our motivation, was just like de-risking jobs.
You make your life your own control.
Yeah, for sure. And like with real estate, if I want to go get another one, I can go get another one. Yeah. Does that make sense? I mean, you need money and stuff, but it is a skill set.
Once you become a little bit experienced, I think that you find that you don't even need to be the one.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. That's not a place we've really gotten into, but that's definitely true.
I mean, I'm not fabulously cash rich right now, so I have money reserved and stuff, but that's set aside for a reason.
Yeah, it's reserved,
and so it's like, but I know that we can go out and find money for whatever kind of project we're doing. It's a good deal, right? But if I was just starting out, there's no way that I could confidently communicate that to someone that's going to give me money and say, this is a good deal. This is like 100% going to work out for us. And as you kind of learn and find stuff and get into it, and you can kind of package it so that it makes sense, you don't even need to have the money to do it.
Yeah. I think it's really like you'll hear people say, "Yeah, we came out of the gates and we did a zero money down deal or whatever." It's really tough to do on your first one, but I do think that's part of the acceleration path. Is like you get one, then you're paying less for rent. Let's say, let's say you're still paying rent, you're paying less for rent, so that bumps your savings a little bit. It also affects your psychology. I think you're like, okay, I'm thinking about like how much am I spending? Do I really want to this, that, and the other? And you just become. It changes your mind. And then you can get another one after a year, and then you have some appreciation on your property, and this thing just starts to accelerate, really, which is fascinating. And
that's kind of where
super motivating.
Where I'm moving into.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of in the point personally where I'm like, I could take this money that I'm saving up, and I could buy another place just on my own.
Yeah,
but I don't really want to do that right now, just because I like having, I like having that money in the bank. I know I can find money from some other source.
Yeah.
So I just like having it there as a cushion. Like if because of my investing I have to take a step back from what I'm doing for work, active income, then have this buffer where I could just, right now I could just not actively work for a while. And I'd be totally cool.
Yeah, we're the same right now. We're maybe about to sink a bunch of that money into a property, but I mean, I got a bunch of people in California. Yeah, their mortgage is like $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Once you do get another
sweaty palms.
Once you do get another one, if it's still like a house hack and you live there, you're in the same situation. But now you have another building also producing income.
Yeah,
and once you get a few of those going, now your life is basic expenses are more or less covered as long as you live pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, we're very much of the philosophy of like we should do this, every year for a couple years. We really want to do 2 years, and it'll take care of itself. It will, we have this nice cushion now. Too much cushion, probably. And we think of cushion in terms of, we know what we spend each month, and then how many months do you have, right? Like we never want to be less than 5-6 months. It's just our, we got kids, yada yada yada. So, but